Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Tonight's movie is Every Day. This is one I actually had on my list. I don't know if you did, but if you didn't, maybe you should. I don't know. It's about a teenager who falls in love with somebody who transforms into another person every day. So I saw the previews for this. Seems like a very interesting concept. You love somebody's soul rather than their shell. So I don't know. I think it sounds interesting. IMDb only gave it a 6. But what does that mean? Who knows? I don't know. It's not that long. Hour and 37 minutes. I'll get into it a little bit. I'll tell you a little bit more about it, what I'm thinking so far, and then give you my final thoughts. So if this was something you're interested in, stick around. You're going to learn more about it right now. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're watching Every Day. We're at the 45-minute, 51-second mark. And the synopsis that I read or shared with you is pretty accurate. I mean, not much more to tell. Essentially, this girl, this young teenager, high school girl, has, everyday life, but she has a boyfriend. And it's very interesting, and you have to see it. It's not a spoiler alert, it is, but telling you a little bit more about the movie than probably I should. But anyway, she's dating this boy, and she sees him, he comes in to the cafeteria, she runs over and starts talking to him, and she says, hey, let's just skip class and get out of here. And he's like, is that things that we do? And she's like, but we could start, whatever. And they go off and have this great day, and I'm laughing at this guy, and I'm like, I kind of like this guy. And then she sees him the next day, and the next day he's a complete jerk. And I'm like, I am so confused. Like, I did not understand it. But what happens is this person who's called A takes over bodies every day, a new body, and that day just happened to be her boyfriend, and that's why she had a really good day. So now this A person who keeps coming into a new body every day is reaching out to her, trying to connect with her, because he felt the connection when they were out, when she was with her actual boyfriend, but A was in the body. And so it's a new actor every day. And real quick about the actor, the boy who plays her boyfriend, I thought he did a pretty good job, because at first I was like, man, I like him, he's kind of neat and funny, and then he switched, and he's a completely different character, so he actually had to play two characters in this movie, and I thought he did a pretty good job. So it'll be interesting to see if he does anything after this, because he's got some acting chops, at least I thought so. But anyway, back to the plot line, is this A character keeps jumping from body to body, and he's reaching out, and so it's going through the part, does she really believe this person, what is actually happening, and what is this person's history, where they come from, that kind of stuff. So I find it very interesting. It's a good concept, and I'll be interested to see where it goes from here. Curious as to why the ratings were so low at a 6, because as of right now I'd rate it a little bit higher. I'm liking it, so we'll get into it a little bit more and see if there's anything interesting to share, but so far so good. Check it out. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Every Day, and I have to say I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good for a couple of different reasons. One, I think it's a good moral story. The whole concept is this person keeps entering different bodies, and a teenage girl falls in love with the person, not the body. So it's like don't judge the book by its cover. Love what's on the inside, not on the, don't worry about what's on the outside, all that, cliche, whatever. But that's truly what she does here. She falls in love with the person on the inside, and doesn't matter what body that they're in. So that's a good story there. In addition to that, A, again, is the character who's jumping from body to body every night at midnight, goes into a new body, wakes up, in the same general area, same age range as well. But he has to live that day as the person he jumped into. So, he has to make sure he doesn't ruin their lives. So he's doing right by them and trying to continue to do what they do on a daily basis. But he also has the opportunity sometimes to maybe even make it better for them. Not do anything crazy, but just live that life and hopefully help that person out. So again, another good morale there, moral, not morale, good morale too, but you know what I mean, like I think that's an interesting concept. or not an interesting concept. It's great that they brought this to the screen. I think there's 2 life lessons right there. You know, try and do good every day, no matter who you are, and love what's on the inside and not so much what's on the outside. Then you talk a little bit about the acting. It's interesting as I thought about it, like these actors had to act as one person. They had to act as 2 people. They had to act as themselves, their original character, and then they have to act as A. So everybody had to be A at some point in this movie as this person, as A jumped from body to body to body. You know, and I thought that was an interesting thing. So this is new for me. I don't know if I've seen something like this before. I've seen, you know, people trading places, you know, and swapping bodies and stuff like this, but never something where, you know, they're going from body to body to body and somebody has to fall in love with them and do it that way. So I'm probably the one area of opportunity I would like to share for this film. I think the ending I liked, but I think it was too abrupt. I think they needed, and I don't think they needed much. I think they needed just a couple of words, maybe, you know, an extra conversation before they fade out. It's the only thing that I could recommend, and that's going to keep me at a 7.5 instead of an 8. I think in this case I would have given it an 8. They just needed to pull that out a little bit, and without knowing what the end is, it's hard for me to share that with you. Again, I like what they did. I liked how it ended. I just think that there's just a little conversation that needed to be had, and maybe you'll feel the same. If you watch this movie, check it out. At the ending, let me know if you thought it was abrupt, or maybe you thought, hey, it was perfect, doesn't need this extra thing that you're talking about. But I'd love to hear from you, so let me know. But I think it's worth watching. The other thing that I think others might put a knock on it for, you know, it's another teen drama love story. You know, who wants to see that? You know, we've seen enough Twilights, right? But I like Twilights. They were good. I like the action. Anyway, enough about that. But, you know, that's probably the other knock. That's maybe why it's only getting a 6 and not the 7 or the 8s that I think it should get. So, anyway, check it out. It's worth watching. If you're into this kind of stuff, I think I described it pretty well. And I'd love to hear what you think. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.